Alright, well, this will be the last video that I'm doing tonight. I had to do a quick live for Unique earlier, but this last video I will be reading Rule 15 and Rule 16, and then tomorrow is when we'll go over the formatting and some of the other rules. But this will be the last as far as the content. Or actually, we're skipping Rule 15. Because Rule 15 is just the briefs that are in opposition to your petition. So, it's not really anything you need to know. So, the last rule for the content of a petition for a writ of certiorari is Rule 16. Disposition of a petition for a writ of certiorari. 1. After considering the documents distributed under Rule 15, the court will enter an appropriate order. The order may be a summary disposition on the merits. 2. Whenever the court grants a petition for a writ of certiorari, the clerk will prepare, sign, and enter an order to that effect and will notify forthwith counsel of record and the court whose judgment is to be reviewed. The case then will be scheduled for briefing and oral argument. If the record has not previously been filed in this court, the clerk will request the clerk of the court having possession of the record to certify and transmit it. A formal writ will not issue unless specially directed. 3. Whenever the court denies a petition for writ of certiorari, the clerk will prepare, sign, and enter an order to that effect and will notify forthwith counsel of record and the court whose judgment was sought to be reviewed. The order of denial will not be suspended pending disposition of a petition for rehearing except by order of the court or a justice. Okay, so, wow, that's only 2.5 minutes. It's a really short paragraph. Hold on a second. I was just wanting to go over what we might talk about in the next videos. Because Rule 33, I know, briefs and merits. See, this is where it gets a little bit confusing because not everything in here has to do with a writ of certiorari. And it doesn't exactly state that it is, but I'm going to look at this tonight and see about the Part 6 here, briefs on the merits and oral argument. I know for sure because it was mentioned repeatedly, like the Rule 29 and 33, like 33.1 and 33.2 or something like that. Which you can see here, the Rule 33 is that, which actually I was completely wrong about the formatting, I guess, is 8 1/2 by 11-inch paper format. So that's something we're definitely going to read tomorrow. And we'll also read because I am filing in form of papyrus instead of paying the $300 docking fee. So we're going to read about that too. I'm pretty sure that's what that means, is if you're not paying docking fee. It's like basically another way of saying indigent. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to scan over it tonight though and see if any of it helps me figure out what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. So anyway, that was just a really short video to sum up for today. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I need to take a shower and stuff, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do tonight, and we will continue with researching the rules tomorrow. I'm also trying to. I keep getting sidetracked by other things that that are on my mind that I want to research, because research is kind of a relaxing activity for me. But after once it becomes work like this, it gets hard after studying it so much for a while. So my mind keeps drifting to other things I want to look at, like the basis of religion, and you know, why you need both science and religion, and just random stuff like that. Um, but anyway, so I'm going to try to look up some other cases to, because I know that you need that. You need to try to find other cases that they made a ruling in favor of that are similar to yours, to try to persuade them to rule in favor of yours. So I'm going to try to do that. Also, too, I know for sure, I think it's the Fifth Amendment. It is in the Constitution. I think it's the Fifth and the 11th Amendment that CPS actually breaks all the time. Fifth Amendment, I believe, is the Due Process Amendment, and they don't obey that amendment at all. Your children are taken without due process, and that is against the Constitution. So that will be included in my brief. Anyway, we're going into 7 minutes here, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video and just let you guys know what you can look forward to in the next video. So have a good night.